Hello, I'm Kunal Gupta, finally a PhD student at Empathic Computing Laboratory at the University of Auckland and working under the supervision of Professor Mark Blingus. Today I'm presenting our poster VR Wizard towards an emotion adaptive experience in virtual reality. How many times have you thought that the game you are playing is too difficult or too easy for you? How many times have you selected the difficulty level and thought that medium should have been the default level but still not enjoyable? So even though the gaming industry has evolved a lot, but there is a general dissatisfaction of players regarding the inadequate challenges based on individuals' preferences and characteristics, such as their scope to learn and adapt, skills, and emotional traits. The most common technique is to compensate by having preset game difficulty level modes, for example, easy, medium, and hard. However, these levels are static and not sufficient to avert the player getting bored or overwhelmed, as players don't know which preset suits their skill level the best. And incorrect preset selection could lead to a frequent switching that results in frustration and dissatisfaction. To address this issue, researchers investigate the dynamic difficulty adjustment or DDA, where the game automatically adapts the game elements to balance difficulty based on players' in-game behavior, their performance, and their affective experiences. As emotions play an important role in daily life, and video games and virtual reality attempts to elicit emotion by its characters, environment, immersiveness, video effects, and storylines. Affective gaming is one of the types of DDA strategies that leverages players' real-time emotional states as a factor to adjust the difficulty level using the psychophysiological input sensors that helps in identifying the changes in players' emotions. Uh, in affective gaming, a lot of researchers have investigated various physiological based feedback loop. For example, breathing VR, where that used breathing as an input trigger to 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 have special shooting actions in virtual reality game, and Stain's law and Day explored real-time heart rate visualization as a feedback to alleviate stress and anxiety. Inazwa used heart rate and respiration as biofeedback to predict a fear level and adapting the visibility in horror game scenario. Recently, Bernard demonstrated emotional beats that use EMG, heart rate variability, and galvanic skin response to manipulate the player's avatar to express their real-time emotional states. Uh, from the research gaps that we identified, we hypothesized that personalized real-time emotion adaptive VR wizard will enhance the game experience, immersiveness, game engagement, and flow state compared to a non-adaptive VR wizard. Um, and for that, we would be using physiological signals such as EEG, electrodermal activity, and heart rate variability. In this system, we designed a Harry Potter themed VR environment with users' real-time emotional states, ranging between pleasant and unpleasant emotions, mapped to magic meter, where low and high magic meter indicates unpleasant and pleasant experiences respectively. VR Wizard will allow the users to experience the world of Wizard in VR and will help in regulating emotions by thinking of positive events even in the unpleasant situations. For the implementation, we used previous work done by us, where we trained the machine learning models for emotion recognition using 360-degree videos in VR virtual reality environment, and we exported those models into um, our VR Wizard game and adapted the environments based on the predicted responses. In the adaptive factors, we used fog density, height, wound illumination, audio volume, heart pumping, audio intensity, dementor jump scare, and magical glitch. For more details of the implementation, please read our paper. In the future planned studies, we plan to conduct between study comparing conditions of emotion adaptive VR wizard versus non adaptive VR wizard with 25 participants each. Uh, Thank you.